Hello. Merry Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas indeed. I I don't know where to start. I don't know where to end. I'm just doing this and see what happens. It just came into my head because every year I do a little ditty of a carol and I change the words, and I've done it for years for Goody and I to do our instead of Christmas cards these days. Anyway, so I started my Christmas choir 6 weeks ago. And one of the songs we were doing is, Little Drummer Boy, da 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 da, pa ra pa bum pum. And I thought, oh, that's one I'll use for my Christmas ditty, and I send it out on my WhatsApp. WhatsApp? So shall I sing it for you? Might give you a bit of a little grin. Okay, hold on, let me think, because I hadn't planned on doing this. Okay, I usually play the piano too, but can't be doing with all that. Ready? I'm broken-hearted, pa-ra-pa-pum-pum, because I farted, pa-ra-pa-pum-pum. I thought it silent, pa-ra-pa-pum-pum, but it was violent, pa-ra-pa-pum-pum, ra-pa-pum-pum, ra-pa-pum-pum. So happy Christmas, pa-ra-pa-pum-pum, from me and my bum, from me and my bum. I don't believe I just did that, but whatever. Go for gold. Thought it might just came into my head. It might be a good starting point. Oh, right. Where are we? It seems since my last video, which seems like 1,000 years ago, but it was only a month, that I've become a bit of an influenza. A couple of people said to me, "You've become quite the influencer, Blossom." And I thought, what's this word? And I mean, I know what influence means, but I didn't realize there was such a thing as an influencer. So I'm like, oh, I've become quite an influencer. In that, like the iTerra wand that I spoke about last time, the lady who I put the link below, and anyway, they contacted me and sent me an iTerra gift of an ion shield, because so many people had come from me to order iTerra wands. I'm like, oh, good Lord, how lovely, how lovely. And then my little friend Cornelius Christopher the Poppet, who I still will probably talk about even more this time, or not even more, but again, is because I just find it's helped me so much. When I went online after to zoom in on his Zoom, and and straight away he was like, this was after my last video, he was like, "Blossom, good child, holy shit." I was like, what? And it seems, good few hundred, I think, I hate to overestimate, people have joined him and his, when I say teachings, just his way of helping us to heal ourselves. And I've had lovely emails from people saying, "Thank you so much for putting me onto him." And so it's just been fantastic. I was really happy about that. And so, it's been, and then the people from the EES system, which is now sort of open, but opening properly in January. People have sort of started going. He contacted me to say, would I do a promotional video? I was like, good Lord, because so many people have contacted him. From this one video I did. I had no idea it was going to have such an influencing effect. So that was really quite lovely, but it does seem a long time ago. So, how are we all at this Christmas tide? Yuletide. What sort of state of being are you in? Is it all a bit too much, or have, like most of us, gone, oh, can't be doing with all that anymore? Just here's a little, here's a candle, light it. But yeah, I don't do any Christmas anywhere near like I used to, and it's such a relief not to. But nonetheless, I am in a very strange position that I can't speak clearly. No, I'm in a very lovely place about Christmas. And it's funny because my son's gone to the US with his family. Goody's daughter has gone to England with her family. And I'm like, oh, Nigel, no friends here. However, and of course, my husband's gone north. So I was like, well, that'd be interesting. But my lovely, lovely sister, she lives around the corner. So I'm going there in the afternoon. I can spend all Christmas with them if I want, but I choose to sort of be on my own this time until the afternoon. And then I'll go and, have Christmas dinner with them in the evening. And I'll just see, what the flow goes. I really can't talk, can I? Oh dear, all on a high, all on a high. And how's this for good news? I had an email through from my real estate people, and it said the landlord has contacted us. And I thought, oh no, don't tell me they're going to sell the house or something. I couldn't cope with that. But just saying, I mean, how lovely is this, people? Just saying that because they live in Victoria, they live in a different state. But when they've been up here, they've driven past their property, and also from the house inspection photographs, they're just so impressed that I've made it into a home. And I'm the third person they've had since they've owned the place, and by far the best. And therefore, would like to offer me, get a load of this, would like to offer me 3 weeks rent, half rent over Christmas. I was like, who does that? And I've told that story to so many people because it's so lovely, because landlords have this dreadful, tag on them at the moment of greedy people. And there's my landlord saying you can have 3 weeks at half rent. I was like, that is just such a joyous little story, is it not? Such a joyous story. So yeah, there we go. I'm done. What else? I don't know what else. I don't, this will be my last thing I do before Christmas. And then at New Year, I've got the big Zoom with 1,000 people on Zoom and 45 people in my little house here, clearing everything out apart from the sofa because I can't get rid of that. And I've hired some chairs, and we'll see what happens, really. Luckily there's a leisure centre behind me, so they can park there and walk up. Hadn't thought about all these things. So I'm really looking forward to that. And it will be recorded for those of you who wanted to be part of it, but it was all booked out. Joe is hoping to record it, so it will go online, all being well. So please don't think you're going to miss out if you wanted to be part of it. So yeah, so that's all good. What else is there for me to say? I wasn't going to make this a long one. Just keep on, keep on raising your vibration is what I would say, because it just makes such a difference to the self, as you know, and to the people that you're with. I've found myself, just being in such a lovely space when I'm with people, and just talking and talking, laughing and all that, but just there's this lovely sort of vibration of love that's pouring out of me. And I have to, each to their own, obviously, but I have to put that down to Cornelius Christopher the poet. I've been doing it for 2 months now. I've missed maybe 3 days. And if you can't do a live one, you can do the archive ones. And without question, for me, that is what has moved me on from my grief, as you know. And am I going to say that? Well, clearly I am now. I've said this, but it turned out through circumstances that Cornelius very kindly, on my birthday last week, he offered me a little session on my own because I'd asked, anyway, cut a long story short, which was just so lovely. And so on my birthday, Cornelius got in touch. There I was on Zoom with him, and we were like this, because it turned out we've known each other since 1444, where I showed him that there were worlds beyond worlds. thoughts and things, and that I'd agreed I'd meet him in this lifetime for him to get rid of my sadness. Long story to it all. Anyway, it came about that I knew he could get in touch with Goody for me on my birthday. And so it came about that we were online yapping like I am, persiflaging. Remember that word, persiflaging, waffling on? Anyway, so we were chatting, and he said, and I'm telling you this, Blossom, they say, I'm telling you this because I know so many of you followed along with me through Goody's exit. And still now people write in and mention Goody. So I think some of you would be interested. But anyway, so he got in touch and said, hello, Goody, how are you? And all that kind of thing. And Goody's consciousness said, very well. And I can't remember it all, but it was Goody and I have been in 17 lifetimes together. And he's always very close to me. And I asked, what is he doing now? And he said he's helping people who are suffering from narcissism. What a strange thing for him to be doing. But just so you know, it's about, not so absorbed in the self, but giving out love. And he was helping people on the planet with that. And I thought, well, how lovely. And then I asked, where was he? And he said he was on a vibration of gratitude, which was just lovely. Thought, how nice. And then different things came up. But Cornelius said to him, what is your, you've got a little word for Bloss on your birthday. And he said, he's standing behind you. And he said, okay, close your eyes, Blossom. So I did. And he said, Goody, if you want to put your hands on her heart, on her shoulders, hold her hands, and a bit more pressure. And I didn't feel that, but I felt Goody's love all around me, and I wasn't crying, but there was certainly a few drops falling down the cheeks. It was just, and he said that the message for me for my birthday was that he wanted me to know that he felt so blessed to spend this lifetime with me, and that he had given me his whole heart. And I just thought that was just the loveliest birthday present that everybody, what am I talking about? Because I was thinking ahead there, that anybody could give me. And I guess why I was thinking ahead was because, he said he's with me from the minute I wake up. He's just there with me all the time. And so for people, I know there's so many people that have lost their partners because they've written to me, to say they know exactly what I'm going through and what have you. So it's just a message of hope to everybody, to just say these people, these souls that we're so in love with, and then they go, they don't leave us, as you know, they're with us all the time and just coming from a different vibration, that's all. So yeah, clearly I was going to share that with you. I will put Cornelius's link below should you feel that you want to be part of another family group like this one that we have, where people are just so loving. It's like you can, people will come up that he will pick, and so their little Zoom picture frame comes up and he will do a healing on them, and there's like 350, sometimes 500 other people who are sending this person love as they're watching this person do all this kind of stuff and heal from massive traumas, so it's a sense of not just for yourself when you do a particular healing, but when he's doing one for others, the love of this community, that you're just sending love to that person who's, you can see, getting rid of these traumas from, way back when. It's just a beautiful thing. And yes, I'm plugging him purely because it works for me, like I've said, and it might not work for everybody. That's fine. My stuff doesn't work for everybody. We just have to find our own little niche. But I think just because I'm just so different from having experienced this 2 months with it, that I just want to share. So I have, and there we go. Okay, I think I'm done, because otherwise I'm not going to have anything to say on New Year's Eve, am I? I mean, I think people are going to ask questions, and hopefully that will help me lead into what I'm going to talk about, and then, White Cloud and hopefully the Federation will come through. So I'm going to bring White Cloud through now. I've done enough persiflage. And I don't know what he's going to say, never do. And I don't know whether the Federation are going to come through or not, or whether they're saving their energy for New Year's Eve. I don't know. So there we go. Let's do it, shall we? Let's do it. And the reason I've opened my eyes is because I suddenly had this thing of, did I press the record button at the beginning of all of this? Imagine if I'm doing all this and I get to the end of it. It's not been recorded. I wouldn't be too chuffed. Okay, it's saying recording, so that's good. Back in, back in. And here I am. Sometimes it takes a little while when I open up the eyes to adjust to the vibration, to adjust to the light that is within the vicinity, and just to get my energy to settle within Blossom's being, so that I can feel comfortable and she can feel comfortable also, so that we are all set. Now we are all set, ready to go. Welcome, welcome, my dear friends. It is always, as you know, such a joy, such a pleasure, such an honor to be able to come through in this way and reach so many that enjoy the things that I may have to say, and also to enjoy the energy of that which I am able to give out through Blossom. Because it is, as I have said, the resonance of the tone of the voice that also is very healing, and also helps to raise the vibration within those that are able to hear it and receive the love. That is my gift. But do you understand, my friends, when I say it is my gift to you to send you love? Do you accept that the love that you then send back to me is of the greatest joy that I have the pleasure of receiving? So I give so much thanks to you for that. It is that this time of year, it is very different from the rest of the year, is it not? There's a lot of commotion A lot of frenzy, a lot of seeing that person, that person. There are 50 or so weeks in the year, but it is these 2 or 3 around this time when I must see that person, and you get fully booked out. Why don't you just spread it out throughout the year? I apologize for that. I am bothering Blossom's throat. Uh, but it is no, I must see you to wish you a happy Christmas, etc., etc., and all this cooking and all these gifts around the tree and celebrations and a lot of the alcoholic beverage. It's consumed for some, if that is what blows their blouse up, as Blossom says. And then there is the time, which is most important of all, to either sit amongst your family and friends and just breathe together for 10 minutes. How lovely would that be? But it is not always, is it, my friends, that this is possible, because there might be members of the family that would say, "What did you just ask me to do? Have you had too much of that alcoholic beverage?" And that is fine also. But it is important for the soul to even disappear off for 10 minutes on one's own, if that's all one can find in this busy time, and to breathe, and to give gratitude, and to feel love for all that is, and absorb it, and know it, and that feeling of being part of everything. To breathe that knowing of truth into the heart of yourself. Do not forget the gift you must, not must, it is not an order. The gift that would be lovely to give to yourself. So happy to give to others. You buy this, you buy that. Gift, gift, gift. But what about the gift of love and energy, topping yourself up in the silence and feeling peace? And within that feeling of peace, fall to of yourself. Then send it out, my friends. Send it out to those who do not have anybody to be with, to drink good cheer, to those who may not even have a roof over their heads. Give some of your time, your precious time, to them, to those who feel so alone, so unloved, so unworthy to be loved. Send it out to these souls in the knowing that that love that is you, that love that is, can come through you and enter into their being, and let them take a breath of peace, and they might not know where it came from. It doesn't matter, they do not know. You do not give this as a point of recognition. You give this because you are part of them and they are part of you. And it is it not, that over especially the last few years, there are many families and friends who have been divided and they no longer speak with one another. And there may be sadness that one cannot reach out because they know it will not be received well. And so, take the time to visualize, to breathe and to visualize as if there is a golden egg or a golden bubble. And you open the door. I have said all this before, but there may be new ones to hear. And you open the door of this egg or this bubble, and you step inside and find what suits you, a bench, a chair, and sit in it. And opposite you is a bench or a chair that is empty. And you look to the doorway and you watch whoever it may be that no longer is in communication with you, or whatever the situation or circumstance may be with another or with many. And you invite them in. And they sit opposite you. And there are no words to be said. But what you do is you breathe. And as you breathe, you watch your heart space fill with golden light. And you send it across this bubble to these souls that you dearly love, or you once thought you dearly loved, and now you have issues. There are no words to be said. Just send the love from your being, the deepest place of your being, over to their heart space and watch it enter in. And sit with that and smile at them and breathe and feel that love build and build and build as you send more and more and more for them to absorb. And when it is done, you give gratitude. And it is, you allow them to leave, and then you can remain there yourself. Or if you feel that is done, then you exit also. It is not just at Christmas that one must do this, my friends, but at any time, whenever there is conflict with another, put them in your golden bubble. You do not have to tell them that you are doing this. And I give you my word. That time, that love that you offer to them will make a difference. It does not matter if nothing happens from that time. No change as far as you can see. But there will be a change within that soul. It will make a difference. And that is also a way too that you can do this, of getting in your bubble. And you send love out to the world. Visualize the planet in there and send your love. You, each one of you, is making the difference, is accessing the higher energies that are coming through into you, through you to others. Know it, feel it, accept that your vibration is reaching heights that you never thought you would, and it will continue to do so. And within that, you, each one, as one, are changing the vibration of everything into one of love on a higher level of itself that you are. Is this not what we have always said? Remember who you are. Feel the truth of who you are. I love you. Heyanake. Ainyate seo inyahe tula. Manaka yakunyate sane. Yetana im. Inyahe. Eya. Eya ho. Niyake seta. Be of joy, be of love, be of happiness. Always. We give thanks to the Divine Oneness for allowing this gathering to take place. We ask always that we may remain humble in order to serve and to receive, and that we may continue to walk boldly as the light. Adieu, my friends. Adieu. Come back, Blossom, come back. Okay, here we go. No federation today, and yeah, just looking at the time. I have no idea with time how long that's been, and I'm just seeing in the corner a yellow hand up. I don't know why I've got my hand up. What is that doing? Perhaps it's White Club, and he goes, "Oh, how, oh no, brown cow." How odd. And whether it'll be stuck there the whole time, who knows? Who cares? Who cares? So, people, I just want to take this opportunity to thank you for seeing me through. I really have had such support and love from you all during this, what has been the most difficult year of my life, sadly. But I've come through it, you know, with help from so many people. And yeah, so thank you for being there with me throughout and giving me such love, because it has helped me so much. And yeah, have a really, really, really lovely Christmas. And I'll see many of you on New Year's Eve. And just see you next time. Be of joy, be of joy, be of joy, be of joy. That's what we're here for. That's what we're here for, isn't it? It's like telling the grandmother how to suck eggs. You all know this. I don't wish to sound condescending or as if I know anything more than anybody else. I truly don't. But we do know that we spread joy and happiness and love and thoughtfulness and kindness to everybody, then we're doing what we came here to do. Okay, and let's see what New Year brings. Good Lord. All right. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Oh, bye. Bye.